Let's see if we can get him in there. I'm sure that's what my mother's birth was like with me. Look who's here on a leash. So yeah. You're spreading across my hole. You can't pull us up. Sorry, welcome to Retro 70s Kid. We're joined tonight by Penny, Lady Penelope, who is just taking over the whole set. You're going to have to go, Puss, because you just... Oh, Puss, you're going to have to go. Anyway, I'll try and continue until she gets bored and she'll probably jump off. So, tonight is the refilming of episode 18 that was actually filmed and accidentally wiped. So, tonight we're doing it again, and we even had a box opening, which I opened, and we're going to have to just pretend that I haven't opened it yet, okay? So let's start. So tonight I'm doing my small collection of different Alien figures from different movies. Of course, starting with Alien, which is the classic Xenomorph. This is from music. Oh, it started, okay. Sorry, it's just down a bit. The Alien theme, which I really like. And this is from NECA, early 2000s, and it's the classic Xenomorph. It's a beautiful representation of the alien, and his mouth, his inner jaw pops in and out as well. He's got a bit of a transparent skull, the head. I don't know if that's coming through. That's the other alien making an appearance. Too early. He's got a wire tail, of course. But he's one of my favourites. He's beautiful. So that's that one. Better put it over there. And then I have from Alien Resurrection. This is the signature series. This is the box that this Alien Warrior figure came in. And he's in a classic Alien attack crouch. I think he's a bit dusty. Is that dust showing up? I'm really embarrassed.
He said yes.
And the spikes on the back. But yeah, he came in this. This is from Kenner Hasbro from 1997. So, and with that also came the Sigourney Weaver Ripley figure. Push, you're making this really hard. This is the good old Sigourney Weaver Ripley figure with her weapons. You've got to have Ripley. Have you got that? Okay. And I think with this came Push. You just laying all over my stuff. That came with it as well, I think, and also maybe this little tiny newborn alien. His arms. I should have turned that off. And because underneath the cat somewhere is... There it is! That's like a embryonic alien kind of. I don't remember that movie. Like when it bursts out of the chest and kind of runs along the table, which I think what that was. But, oh, see you, Puss. Thank you. And, I also got on the Alien line, I got this, oh now this has come out, this is the face hugger, which flies out and goes onto the face, and this is the egg, and it just pops in like that. I just got that off eBay from China, I think. Wow. Which is great because that is this came with it as well, and that's the face hugger that, I'm using this figure here, which is an an errand from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and so it goes on her face like that and wraps around her neck, and that's when it goes into her stomach and ingests the alien. And this figure also I use because it's good for displaying, because it's like she's being attacked. See, like that. Ah! And then I also have these reaction action figures. These are like what the action figures, how the action figures came out in the 70s and 80s. And I love these. That's the alien, of course. And this is the Kane chest bursting scene with the alien bursting out of his chest. And this is the back. Because they're different. Okay. And the movies, of course. All the movies, they're such classic sci-fi. It's good to say I was actually too young to see it at the movies when it first came out, but I saw it first on video in the early 80s, when we first got our video recorder, I think in 1979, and Alien was one of the first movies I ever saw on videotape. So, they're the movies, and is that all the Alien stuff? Yes. Now, to go with Alien, you've got to have Alien versus Predator. This is a beautiful classic Predator from the movie Predators, which I'm going to, well, open again. That's the back with some of the other figures. I did have the clear invisible one, but I sold him. So, we're going to do a very quick box opening, and I'll show you the inside. I'll just get my scalpel. There we go. And he comes straight out. Yeah, I took the ties off already. Ah! Disaster! Oh dear. It's all going to hell in a handbasket. Anyway, isn't he beautiful? Look at the detail on this. This is a 2010 NECA Predator. I love the detail in that mouth, in the face. I'll just turn him around. Those dreadies.
It's actually very well done.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a piece of art. These are all pieces of art. These NECAs are just amazing. So that's the beautiful Predators figure. So now I'll display him proudly on the shelf, opened. So he's even got a bit of a glisten to him, the way the paint job's done. So yeah, and he's not very articulated. His arms move, but I wouldn't force it. So anyway, that's that. Now we have Independence Day. Now, back in 1997, this movie was a huge blockbuster. I think it was 1997, wasn't it? So yeah, and they brought out a great range of toys, alien toys and spaceships and fighter jets and all this other stuff. All this stuff I've gotten at car boot or vintage toy fairs. This is the best one. This is the one that's been interrupting me all night. This is the Independence Day Large Electronic Alien Supreme Commander in biomechanical suit. So this whole thing's a biomechanical suit, and that's the actual alien inside, which reacts to the sensor. He's a great figure with all these tentacle arms in the back. They're worth a lot of money now to get them working with all the tentacles, because usually when you get them, all the tentacles are missing. Just like this poor guy. No tentacles, but they're still pretty cool without it. Now this is what the alien looks like that's inside that. It's just a baby figure. But the different colours are different rankings, and I can't remember which is which, and these are some of the... This is a smaller version of this guy. And his top opens up. Oh, and he's got a little alien inside his head as well. Won't quite close up. And this is another one. I could actually get him to stand. He's missing a figure, but yeah. They're a nightmare to display. These are an absolute nightmare to display. That's why, like, I want to sell them, but I just can't. But I want to because I just can't display them anywhere because they just constantly fall down. So that's the little Independence Day. I used to have the vehicles, the spaceship and the fighter jet in the boxes, but I have since sold those on. They would have been great to show. If I'd have known I was ever going to have a YouTube channel, I would never have sold the stuff that I've sold in the past because they were awesome stuff. But anyway, we'll go on. And then the other little thing, alien related, from Men in Black. 1997 again. I've got a lot of stuff from 1997 for some reason, but that was just a big year for releases, I guess. This is from Galoob, an alien terrorist, large cockroach, Edga the Bug. And he appears, he sort of transforms throughout the whole thing, and this is what he looks like at the end. This is the Tommy Lee Jones Agent K figure, which is a newer release. It wasn't from the original release. I think this is from Men in Black 3. But I have had them all and since sold them on. But this guy, I think he's beautiful. He won't stand up because I bought him and his leg was bent. And I've tried to bend it out with hot water, but it just will not stay. But he's got this great transparent belly. Actually, what's his action? He has, his mouth opens and closes. His arms do move, but I thought he had a lever. Maybe I'm wrong. But his stomach opens up because in the movie Agent K makes himself get swallowed, goes in and ends up in the tummy and then blows himself out of it. And this figure doesn't, because this actually came with a curled up Agent K figure. But I don't have that, so the figure sort of... Let's see if we can get him in there. I'm sure that's what my mother's birth was like with me. Look who's here on a leash. So yeah. So that's that really great bug, the Edgar bug from Men in Black. I don't have anything else from that show, but would have loved it. But anyway, that's it. I think we're actually finished. It's a small one tonight. Before I go, I'd like to have a shout out to a new subscriber, CyberFrank2010. Welcome to Retro 70s, kid. Thanks for the chat. I really enjoyed it. So, and he's from Quebec, Canada. Now, what I'd like, when people leave messages, which I love the messages, and thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But if you leave a message, tell me where you're from because I'm interested, and I'd like to have a map of the world behind me with little pins so I can put where all my subscribers are. So please do that if you do leave a message, and I please hope you do. Also, we had a huge storm here in southeast Queensland yesterday and all through New South Wales and Queensland, and it was really bad and a lot of rain. And the service alley that's at the back of my place was flooded and sheds were destroyed and it washed tyres down and it broke through the back fence. And we're just going to show you a little bit of footage of that just to show you what it was like. And that was, when you look at the footage, the water was a lot higher because it came into my house, started to come into the back door, and we caught it just in time. So yeah, it was quite scary, but everything ended up okay. So have a look at lovely sunny Queensland in destruction.
Queensland weather.
Queensland weather.
When it rains, it rains.
Perfect one day, disastrous the next.
Lower it is now, it's going down.
Yeah.
You don't have a gate anymore.
Oh, it's destroyed.
I think you get out of this. Go to Yeah, I know. I saw a van just before. That stormwater's not keeping up.
We were fishing and we were in the fishing yesterday from like 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock last night and we got stuck in it.
And coming in.
Body full black.
So that's it, a quickie tonight. Coming back very soon with something else. Thank you very much and good night. Tell me when you're filming. Oh, I am. Oh, Penny, hello. No, I'm going to start again. Oh, Penny, you're setting everything off. You can't. Oh.